Okay. I know, I mean, I agree, but and I already marked.
Oh,
it.
please be seated.
Oh, that's too big enough to take. Might be- it's too big enough to take.
And I may have forgotten to tell y'all, whenever you need a break, if you just do the break sign, one of us will see it and we'll know. All right, please be seated. All right, stated still your witness.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, Detective Size, I think we left off talking about the Henry B apartment. Where are the Henry B apartments?
They're located within the city of San Antonio in Bexar County, Texas.
And we also talked about an apartment on Park Crossing. Is that also in Bexar County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And just to be clear, both of those apartments, whose apartments were they?
The two apartments that we visited,
Correct.
they were both leased to Jose.
Okay. Okay. Now sticking with the video that we watched, Detective Lloyd also interviewed Jose Ruiz. Did you review that interview before coming to court or as part of your, putting together the case as a detective?
Yes.
Okay. In that, it is in evidence. So, in Detective Lloyd's interview, Jose tells Detective Lloyd that Katrina was a good mom and he never saw her do anything extreme. Is that consistent with what Jose told you or inconsistent?
Inconsistent.
Okay. In Detective Lloyd's interview, Jose stated that they didn't go to the hospital because Mercedes was fine. Is that consistent with what he told you?
No.
And in Detective Lloyd's interview, Jose said that he had no idea why him and Katrina broke up and that she didn't want to live there with him. Is that consistent or inconsistent with what he told you?
Inconsistent.
I believe, while you were talking to Jose, he said he put some blame on to Jordan. So is that correct?
Yes.
And how old was Jordan again at the time?
6.
Did you believe that was consistent with the injuries you saw in Mercedes, that a 6-year-old could have caused those injuries?
Objection calls for speculation. All right, that objection will be overruled. If you know the answer, you can answer.
I did not believe those injuries were caused by a 6-year-old.
Okay, after interviewing Jose, what did you do next?
The next thing that I did was attend the autopsy.
Okay, and did you witness the entire autopsy?
Yes.
Okay, and who performed the autopsy?
Dr. Cannon with the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office.
Okay. Were you present when pictures were taken?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, to be clear, pictures of Mercedes' body?
Yes.
Okay. Um. Okay, we'll come back to that. After attending while you were at the autopsy, was anything specifically collected from Mercedes' body?
They were,
If you remember.
yeah, they did, I think fingernail clippings, the typical things they do in these type of cases.
Okay. And how do they package it?
They treat it just like any other evidence. They package it, seal it, and it's a chain of custody is maintained until it's received in our property room as evidence.
Okay. Who does it go to after it leaves the medical examiner's office?
We have a non-sworn person who then picks it up from the medical examiner's office and immediately transports it to our property room. where it's entered there as evidence, and that's to maintain that chain of custody.
Okay, and the property room, can you describe it to the jury? How it works?
It's a secure facility. There's an area where officers go in, they enter descriptions of whatever evidence they're bringing in on a computer, build a tag for it, so for tracking purposes. They package it, seal it with evidence tape, initial it. That this way, that stuff is we know who's handled it and where it's been. And then it's given to the property room personnel, and it's in a locked facility. It's in a secure facility, no one can get to it.
And is it tied to this case, or, well, in this case, is it tied to this case specifically?
Yes,
How so?
by the case number.
Okay, and did you observe Dr. Cannon do that with the evidence he collected?
They did that after I had departed.
Okay,
They would lay it out on a table, but then they would seal it and package it later.
I believe you said that you observed fingernails being clipped. Did you observe any other substances collected from the body?
Not that I recall. I think the majority of the autopsy when I was present was to identifying the injuries and getting information on that, things he pointed out as far as injuries were concerned.
Okay, and did the medical examiner perform a SANE exam? Are you aware?
Yes.
And what is a SANE exam?
Basically, it's an examination to collect evidence in case someone was sexually assaulted.
Okay. And to be clear, I don't want to mislead the jury. Did you have any evidence there was a sexual assault that had occurred?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And do they also collect, the medical examiner, do they also collect DNA?
Yes.
Okay, what's the purpose of a medical examiner collecting DNA?
It's so they can have a standard on file in case we submit anything that we're asking for a comparison to the victim or other people involved in the case. They'll be able to develop a DNA profile from the deceased's DNA to compare to those samples they build from other pieces of evidence.
Did you observe Dr. Cannon collect a blood sample for DNA purposes?
Yes.
And were there items in this case that were submitted to a lab for comparison on DNA?
Yes.
Did you observe Dr. Cannon do anything in regards to Mercedes' hair or head?
Yes.
What did he do to her head?
Well, they remove the skull and
Okay, but prior to
examination of that.
what do they have to do first?
They'll make incisions to examine bruising,
Okay.
to see how deep those are and check for fractures and whatnot.
Okay, and before they do that, do they have to shave the hair?
Yes.
Okay. May I approach?
Yes.
Thank you. Detective Size, I'm showing you what the market states exhibit 82 and 83. Do you recognize these?
Yes.
Okay, are these photos that you observed taken at the medical examiner's office?
Yes.
And are they fair and accurate depictions of the way Mercedes looked that day?
Yes.
State offers to admit state exhibit 82 and 83 into evidence.
No objection. States 82 and 83 are admitted.
May I publish to the jury, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, hang on. Okay. Okay. State 82, what is this a photo of?
That's a photograph of the bottom of the left foot of Mercedes.
And why is this important?
It shows what I believe are puncture marks on the bottom of the feet.
Okay. And states exhibit 83. Oh. What are we looking at here?
That's the back of Mercedes's head after her hair has been shaved off.
Okay. Are there additional? Oh. Oh, you're turning the light on. There you go. Are there additional injuries that can be seen here that could not be seen when her head was not shaved?
Yes.
Um. Okay, what do you do next as part of your investigation? Or let me,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Beyond that, then we move into a couple of days after. Some things took place. The next day, interview was conducted with Jordan. And I
Who
was given
conducted that interview?
Child Safe, an investigator there or an interviewer there named Sam Brago, I believe.
Okay. Are you present for that interview?
Yes.
Okay.
I say yes. Normally I am. I'm not sure that I was for Jordan's.
Okay. Let me ask you, did you obtain any search warrants in this case?
Yes.
What all of are the search warrants that were obtained in this case?
By me, just by me,
Um,
or do you want all?
let's talk about the locations, whether by you or,
So the one for the Park Crossing apartment was obtained by Detective Landrum
Okay.
from Night CID. I eventually get one for the apartment on Vance Jackson, apartment 812. And I get one for a cell phone.
okay. Just briefly, you said night CID. Can you tell the jury what that is?
Night CID is a night criminal investigation detail. Those are detectives. They're assigned to that for the overnight cases that come in. And they'll go out and make start the preliminary investigation into any felony crimes that occur, and then provide that information to a follow-up unit.
Okay. You mentioned you obtained a search warrant for a phone. Where did you get this phone?
I seized that phone from Katrina.
Okay. And in your investigation, did you come to learn whose phone that was?
Yes,
Whose phone was it?
Jose's.
Okay. Do you know what type of phone that was?
I'll find it in just a second. It was an Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Okay. Were you, after that search warrant was obtained, were you able to review evidence that was inside of the phone?
Your Honor, I would object and would like to.
All right, you can approach. All right,
Re-ask my question, Judge?
yes.
Okay.
And just one moment. And excuse me, to the witness, just make sure you only answer the question that's being asked.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Detective Size, after you obtained a search warrant, were you able to view the contents of Jose Ruiz's phone?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Contents of the phone,
All right, that'll be,
relevance of the phone.
that'll be overruled.
Can you repeat your answer?
Yes.
Okay. In reviewing the contents of Jose Ruiz's phone, were you able to see things that were consistent with things that were described to you by Jose himself, Katrina Mendoza, and Jordan Lasoya?
Objection, Your Honor.
All right, that'll be overruled. You can answer.
Yes.
The basis for the objection is that there's no guarantee that it was Jose's phone and it's prejudice coming in.
All right, that'll be overruled. And the court is doing a balancing act. The court will find that it's more probative than prejudicial. I'm sorry, that it is outweighed, the prejudicial effect is outweighed by the probative value. All right, you can ask your next question, please. Ask your next question.
Yes, Judge. May I approach?
Yes.
Okay. And now I don't remember what number this was. 81. I asked to approach.
Yes.
Yeah. I forgot, I'm sorry.
No problem. And just so both sides know, if you need to approach, feel free to move about the courtroom. And defense, if you want to approach to see what the state is ever showing a witness, you don't have to ask for permission. You can just approach.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I mean, it's the photo that we discussed already. I'm showing you.
Ms. Ephraim, you can approach, you can go around and approach because the court reporter, that equipment that's up there is very valuable.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 81. Is this a photo that you saw in Jose's phone?
Yes.
Is that consistent with the behavior that Jose described of Mercedes holding her arms out?
Yes, it is.
And I'm sorry, just for the record, I had my arms out like a scarecrow.
Object, they're going into some issues that, proper foundation has not been laid and it's under the balancing, the prejudicial effect clearly outweighs the probative value. I know that's in every case. But there's a lot necessary to lay the foundation for this, and I would object at this time to any reference to it or any admission of it.
All right. Leading objection will be sustained.
Oh, and on that cell phone we're discussing, was there a forensic download performed by someone else or by yourself?
I object.
Objection will be overruled. You can answer the question.
Yes.
Okay, who performed that forensic download on the cell phone?
Detective Knox.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, defense.
Good afternoon, Detective Size. My name is Teresa Conley.
After you, ma'am.
Had you ever met Mercedes or Katrina or Jose prior to all this incident?
No, ma'am.
Are you aware of any reports that happened with these people prior to this incident?
No, ma'am.
As I understand your direct testimony, you said that you left the hospital about what time before you went to the medical examiner?
I would be guessing, but probably between 9 and 10 PM.
At night?
Yes, ma'am.
And the medical examiner is about half an hour from that hospital on the south side,
Yes,
or about that? Okay. Now you were present for the whole autopsy.
that was the next morning. That wasn't, I didn't leave there directly to the autopsy. Does that make sense?
When you left the hospital, did you say that you went to talk to Dr. Kanan?
No, ma'am.
No, so it wasn't until the next day?
Right, when I left the hospital, I went to our office, the homicide office.
Homicide. So when did you go to the medical examiner?
It was that following morning.
Following day? When you went to him, did you bring him any written reports?
No,
Did you provide a verbal report to Dr. Kanan?
yes,
What did you tell him?
just what I observed. And then the information that we had received after obtaining statements.
Did you know that Mercedes had asthma?
I did not.
So when you spoke to Dr. Kanan, you didn't transmit any information about her breathing history?
No, ma'am.
Subsequently, did you supply reports? I'm speaking you personally to Dr. Kanan.
If I did, it was just the offense report completed by an officer. They typically ask for that copy to be sent to them via email.
Do you recall though ever doing that?
I don't recall.
No. After the autopsy, and you were there for how long does an autopsy take?
They vary with when they have these kind of extensive injuries. It takes a long time. It can take 2 to 3 hours or longer because they're looking at all of them, and they want to give me a good answer before I leave at what they find.
And how long did it take?
I don't remember. The better part of the morning, I'm sure.
That part of the morning. Did you take any notes on this?
I typically won't, because my observations, even though I'll get information from the doctor, I just rely on their report later to give the specifics.
Sir, I'm really more interested in what reports you gave him. The medical examiner's report says that part of his decision-making was based on reports that he received from the police.
Right.
So you had spoken to him, you did speak to him, but you never gave him anything written. So the only thing he relied on was what you told him, is that right? Oh, no, I'm sorry, you couldn't have done that. Let me re-ask that. Did anyone else from your department speak to Dr. Kanan besides you?
No, ma'am.
No, as far as you know. So if he relied on police information, it would have come from you. Is that
Yes.
fair to say?
It would have come from me or through their investigator.
They had separate investigators?
They do.
Did you communicate with them at all?
We do. When I called from the hospital to the medical examiner's office, that's who I would have spoke to, was an investigator.
Did you ever directly interview Jordan? I'm sorry, I don't remember what you said about that.
I did not.
You did not. Did you ever see her video where she told about the food being stuffed in Mercedes' mouth
Yes,
and
ma'am.
her mother shoving a spoon down?
I did.
About when did you see that? Do you remember?
I know her interview was the next day on the 8th, so I probably received a copy of that on the 9th.
The same, the 8th or 9th, around that. Was that information ever transmitted to Dr. Kanan?
I don't recall.
Do you recall the charge nurse, Gustavo Cervantes, made a report and he said that he took food out of her mouth to clear her windpipe? Were you aware of that?
I was aware he made a statement. I took that statement from him.
Did you transmit that information about the blocked windpipe to Dr. Kanan?
No, that statement was obtained well after the autopsy being completed.
But you said that you spoke with Mr. Cervantes that night, didn't you, or am I wrong?
No, I mean, I briefly did at the hospital. He didn't give me any details like that. I got his statement quite a bit later.
Okay, would it have made a difference if you knew beforehand that he had to take food out of her mouth because it was blocking her windpipe?
Well, I had been told that she had food in her mouth. the blocking the windpipe. You know, I didn't know about that at the
Later.
time for Dr. Cannon.
But you did have, you know that they found food in her mouth, is that correct?
I knew they had seen food in her mouth, yes.
Did you transmit that information to Dr. Kanan?
He was aware of that, yes.
Did you transmit that information to him?
I don't recall if I told him or if that's information he received through his investigator from them talking to someone at the hospital.
When you were at the hospital, was there an investigator from the medical examiner there then?
No, ma'am. When a death occurs at a hospital or the deceased is at a hospital, they won't send an investigator there.
So there was no investigator, to your knowledge, the night of, or Mercedes was pronounced dead, is that correct?
There was not a medical examiner's investigator at the hospital.
There was not.
No,
Okay, so, did you have communication with the investigator or the medical examiner?
I did call their office, yes.
Who did you speak with?
I don't recall. There should be a copy of that investigator's report with everything I submitted. But I don't recall which investigator it was.
I'm sorry?
I don't recall which investigator it was.
There's a lot of people you have to deal with, right? I don't mean to challenge on that, but I am concerned about what kind of information got to Dr. Kanan. And for that, that's the reason I'm completely, and despite everything you said, that's really what I'm interested in, the medical examiner. So did you actually have a conversation with any investigator from the medical examiner's office immediately upon Mercedes' death or somewhat later?
I called them from the hospital when I responded there. After Mercedes arrived at the hospital, deceased. When I go there and I get all the information I need,
Yes.
before I departed, I called the medical examiner's office to let them know, make sure they had been advised about her death.
That she was coming.
And when I called there, the number we call goes to their investigator. We don't
Did
go
speak
directly
with
to a
some
doctor.
investigator, but it wasn't Dr. Kanan, was it? Sorry, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mom.
Is it okay, Miss Diana? Sorry, I'm sorry. You didn't speak to Dr. Kanan that night, though, is that correct?
That's correct.
It's only some investigator from the medical examiner.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So as far as you know, Dr. Kanan didn't know during the autopsy that food was blocking her windpipe when she was in the hospital.
Objection calls for speculation.
That'll be overruled if you know the answer.
I don't know if he knew about it.
Thank you. I only have just a moment, please. I'm sorry, I don't remember if I've asked this, but did you ever give a written report subsequently to Dr. Kanan?
Not my report. If I provided one, it would be the offense report completed by the officer, the handling officer at the scene, at the hospital, a preliminary offense report, if that makes sense. That's typically what we provide to them.
Thank you. We'll pass the witness, Your Honor. Thank you, officer.
State?
Detective Size, you just said typically what you provide. Is it standard protocol for you to provide an offense report to a medical examiner for an autopsy?
Yes,
Okay. If you know, the medical examiner, do they work to determine a crime has happened, or are they a neutral entity?
they're neutral.
And the medical examiner investigator, they don't investigate for a crime, is that correct?
That's correct.
Do you know, does the medical examiner collect anything else besides the police report to put together to make their final decision and determination on a cause of death?
It depends. Some cases they may ask for video footage if we have it of the incident, or they'll ask maybe for a copy of a video recorded statement, something to help them determine exactly what happened.
Okay. To your knowledge, do you know if they collect medical records?
Yes,
Yes, they do. Or
they
yes?
they do look into it, and if they exist, they get them.
Okay. And so, to your knowledge, the cause of death isn't based solely on the police report.
Correct.
I'll pass the witness.
No further questions. Thank you, sir.
Is this witness excused or subject for recall?
He's excused from the state, Judge.
Defense?
You're on subject to recall. I'm sorry, I have to keep you on recall, sir.
The rule has been invoked. What that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anything. You cannot view anything. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state or the defense. Please make sure you're available in case you are recalled.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And if you, I think they put did they put the exhibits there? Thank you. All right, state, call your next witness.
State calls Lasagna Robinson.
Lasagna.
Oh, yes, yes,
Sure.
yes. I mean,
Sorry.
Thank you. Robinson.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so that the members of the jury and the court reporter can hear. If you'll state your name for the record,
Lasagna Robinson
state.
thank you, Judge. Ms. Robinson, how are you employed?
through SAPD Communications,
Okay, and what are your duties with SAPD Communications?
paralegal / custodian of records,
Okay, and how long have you been employed in this role?
3 years.
As part of your duties, do you maintain 911 calls?
Yes.
Can you tell me how the 911 calls are recorded?
They're digitally recorded through MediaWorks.
What's media work?
It is a digital recording system or database.
Okay, so are they recorded automatically?
Yes,
Okay,
in real time.
in real time, okay. And how are they stored?
They're on a secure database.
And are all calls stored?
Yes,
How long are they stored for?
6 months.
Yeah, Clerk Judge.
Yes.
So Robinson, I'm showing you what's been marked as exhibit 84. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and how do you recognize it?
My initials and my date.
Okay, have you listened to this prior to coming to court today?
Yes,
Okay, and are these 911 calls that we asked you to listen to?
yes,
Are they involving Jose Ruiz?
yes,
Are they involving an apartment on 812, or I'm sorry, on Vance Jackson Road?
yes.
One moment, Judge. Sorry, were they calls made to 11530 Vance Jackson Road, to be specific?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry, how many calls are on this disc?
2.
And are they kept in the normal course of business?
Yes,
You already said that, I believe. Are they fair and accurate recordings of the recordings that are automatically recorded when they're made? Really bad question. When were they preserved?
which call are you talking, because they're both on different dates.
Okay, when was the first one made?
The first one was made November the 30th, and it was saved at that time,
What year?
21.
Okay, and the second call?
December 1st of 21, I believe, also.
And were okay, and are they connected to an SAPD number?
Yes.
And what SAPD number are they connected to?
SAPD 2202-6527.
Okay, and what is that case, that that number that you're referencing? What is that regarding? I'm sorry.
All right, could parties approach?
Yes, Judge.
Ask your next question.
How do you know that these phone calls are related to Jose Ruiz?
The caller. The caller actually says, well, because it's under this case number, that's the best answer I could give you, because I don't recall if the caller actually calls him by name.
Okay, and the calls, I think we already established, they are specifically to the 11
530 Vance Jackson, apartment 812.
apartment 812.
Your Honor, I'd like to call the witness on voir dire, please.
Just a moment. Finish asking your questions for whatever foundation you're laying. And
Okay.
then you'll be allowed to take the witness on voir dire if you wish to.
And Judge, I think I laid the predicate at this time. She's established a business record. She's
Well, have you offered it?
not yet, Judge. I'll offer State's Exhibit 84.
Would you like to take the witness on voir dire?
Yes, Your Honor, I would.
You may proceed.
Ms. Robinson, good afternoon. My name is Teresa Conley.
Hello.
Hello. Now, the only way you can identify this case is per a case number, is that correct?
Yes.
Where did you get the case number?
From the requesting person who's requesting the audio,
Who requested the audio?
Bear County.
Bear County. Was it the DA's office or the
Yes, the
police?
DA's office.
Now, they make lots of requests, I'm sure. How did you get this one specifically, these calls specifically tied to a case number?
Well, under that case number, the calls would be appended or linked. When that 911, initial 911 call comes in, there's a document generated called the incident detail report. On that report, every time a call comes in that is related to that phone number, that address, they'll link it together.
So, in other words, these two calls were linked together on the basis of the phone number that initiated the calls, is that right?
Yes.
But how did it get marked as a case number?
I don't know how they generate the case numbers or how they come up with the case numbers, but because whatever it is that the 911 callers do or dispatchers do, and they link the calls together under the specific case number, that's how it comes to us. When upon request, when we're asked to pull that audio, we'll pull it underneath that SAPD number or case number.
So in other words, you're actually limited as to the information that you have before you compile this, is that right?
Yes, because we won't pull it if we don't know if a request hasn't come in. A request has to come in for us to pull that call and to look for that case number.
But who makes the request? You're saying Bear County did.
Bear County made this particular request for these audios.
I'm sorry, district attorneys,
ADAs,
but we're not sure. I mean, you say Bear County, but there's district attorneys, there's courts,
the email said
Identify
Bear
who.
County ADA's office.
I'm sorry, I keep crossing over, I'm sorry. Would you repeat that answer?
The email or the request that came in, the person that requested the audio, it said Bear County's ADA's office.
Thank you. So you receive it by an email request from a specific person, is that
Yes.
correct? And then they provide a case number. And then you file the case number with those particular calls, the DA's
No,
office.
we don't file the case number. Once they request it, the case number is on there. We look for those particular audios under that case number.
Thank you, thank you. And that email would have said this date or these particular dates and these particular times. Is
I
that
don't
correct?
recall what the email said. I just know that it requested these particular audios and I pulled them.
Was
Or
that,
one of my coworkers pulled them.
right, and that would have been based on the phone number,
That would have been based under the case number.
but you didn't have the case number originally. It wasn't part of the process that you.
If they don't send the request with the case number, we can't pull anything because we don't know what to pull. So as I said before, previously, whoever requested had the case number on the email, in the email or in their request. So that's how we know to pull that particular audio because it's under that case number.
Forgive my stupidity here, but the case number is generated from the DA's office, not. from-
No, ma'am, it's not generated from the DA's office.
Who is it generated from?
I'm assuming because I don't know for sure.
Please don't assume.
Okay,
No,
well, I
no,
can't
that's
answer
fine.
your question.
Okay, thank you. I object to this, Your Honor, not enough foundation, insufficient foundation for the call. Location of it, who made the call, I object to that, introduction of this evidence.
State?
Judge, she's testified that it was the Advanced Jackson apartment number 812, which has already been in evidence that it was the apartment belonging to Jose Ruiz. She's testified that it is a recording that is automatically recorded, kept in the regular course of business. She's laid the business, or we believe the business predicate or the business records predicate, and she has tied it specifically to this defendant. And the case number.
There's a no personal
Oh, and you all
identification.
can remain seated when you do your objections.
Have it.
Yes.
There's no personal identification of this call. I don't believe the foundation is complete. Ms. Robinson, I'm sure is very good at her job, but we don't have the right foundation by the state.
All right. The objection is overruled. State's exhibit number 84 is admitted.
May I publish to the jury?
Yes.
Objection continuing.
This Franklin City Police Fire EMS.
I think this was the police. Yeah, this is, so the neighbors upstairs, I think they're severely beating their kid up.
What do you think that's what's going on?
Because I live right under them and the kid is just been screaming for the past 20 minutes and she keeps saying ow, ow, ow every time and the dad is just yelling at her. I think they're beating her up. I tried to record as much as I could, like voice record what's going on. And I mean, somebody just needs to come check this out. They always fight. The dad has just the worst temper ever. They fight almost every night.
What's the address? Let's start there.
It's 11530 Vance Jackson Road. That's the Henry B apartments.
What,
And they
what
are
apartment are they in?
8812.
Well, what building number is this?
No, it's 812.
Oh,
No,
okay.
88. It's just directly 812.
Got it. What building is it?
Building 8 here.
So the parents.
I don't know if you can hear.
Is it just the one child that's in there?
I have no idea how many child they got in there. I don't know what's going on, but it's only one child that's crying that I can tell from.
You said it's been 20 minutes, correct?
What is that?
It's been about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but that's fine.
You said she's saying ouch, is that right?
Yeah, just keep saying ow, ow, ow. And she's like severely crying, like wailing.
Like hysterical?
Yeah.
It's a female?
I think the one that is crying is the female, yes.
Okay.
Can you hear them?
No, I can't hear anything, sir.
Oh,
What else,
okay.
other than the child that you hear crying, anything else?
No, I mean, that's it. They're just super loud. Like I can hear the entire fight from right here.
Okay. You know if anyone, injured anyway, if anyone was in ambulance?
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
Do you want to speak with the officers when they get out there today?
If they want to speak with me, just give me a call back. I'll meet them somewhere. I just don't want them to see me with the officers and then that'll be a big deal.
I'm calling from 817-715-0454, is that correct?
Correct.
You said the father is known to have a temper, is that correct?
Yes. I mean, it's a male up there. I don't know if it's a father, stepfather, or somebody, but it's just, there's a male up there with a very bad temper.
Okay, all right, no problem. We're gonna office out there do well for check on her.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, and Miss Johnson, what was the date of that call?
Ms. Robinson?
I'm sorry, Miss
It-
Robinson.
It was 11/30/21.
Thank you.
Tenants under 911, this is Crystal, you can police, fire, or EMS.
This is about a very loud noise complaint.
Okay, what's the address?
11530 Vance Jackson Road, apartment 812.
Okay, you said 11530 Van Jackson Road. And you said, what was the apartment number?
812.
812, are these the Henry C apartments?
Yep,
Okay, what's your name?
my name is Mo.
Your name is what?
Oh, okay, for the. I don't see a timestamp. I've stopped the call about halfway through. He doesn't say anything else other than his phone number for the record. What was the date of that second call?
The second call was December 1st, 21.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Defense?
Miss Robinson, do you ever obtain the name of who makes these calls?
Yes, he says his name.
He said Mo.
Yes, he said Mo.
What else do you know about his name?
That's it, Mo.
Subsequently, do you look up the names of any of these people?
No,
I didn't hear him give the name of a person. Did you hear the name given of the person being complained about?
no.
I'll pass the witness.
State,
No further questions, Judge.
is this witness subject to recall? All right, the rule has been invoked.
you
What
are.
that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anyone or view anything. The only persons you're allowed to talk to are attorneys for the state of the defense. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
State, call your next witness.
The state called Mohamed Hassona.
All right, if you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you to tell the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. If you, make sure you keep your voice up so that the jurors can hear and the court reporter can hear. If you'll state your name for the record.
My name is Mohammed.
Oh, full name.
Oh, Mohammed Hassan.
All right, state.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you
Yeah.
please spell your name first and
Yes.
last?
It's spelled Mohanade. Last name spelled Hasona.
Okay. Is there a name you go by?
Mohammed or Mo.
Mo.
Yeah.
Do people call you Mo?
Yeah, some people do. Yeah.
You refer to yourself as Mo?
Sometimes when it's really hard to hear my name, I do, yeah.
Okay. And where do you presently live?
In Grenada.
Grenada, not Grenada,
No, Grenada, West Indies, Caribbean.
West Indies,
Correct.
not Grenada, Spain.
Correct.
Okay. And what are you doing there?
I'm studying medicine.
You're studying medicine. Did you ever live in San Antonio?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you live, well, why were you in San Antonio?
I was studying at UT Health Science Center. I was in the Masters of Respiratory Care program
Okay, and where were you living when you lived in San Antonio?
at the Henry B.
At the Henry B Apartments?
Correct.
Are those the ones that are located here in Bear County, off Vance Jackson?
Yeah, 11530 Ben Jackson.
Okay. And what was your apartment number?
811.
Okay. What was the apartment number right above you?
I believe it was 812.
Okay. And would 810 been below
I
you?
think so.
That's how
I
it did,
think-
8,
I
10,
think so.
11.
Excuse me, one at a time.
I do believe so, yes.
When you were living at 812, I'm
I
sorry,
was at
you were in
811.
811.
Yes.
Did you ever know anything about your neighbors above you in 812?
As far as
As far as, did you ever meet them
in passing,
in
I would say
passing?
yes.
Do you see the resident of 812? Do you see him in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please identify him by an article of clothing?
Yes, he's wearing a blue jacket, blue suit jacket,
Okay, I'll let the record reflect.
or navy blue suit.
I'll let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant, Jose Ruiz. Now, how long did Mr. Ruiz live above you in 812?
I'm not entirely sure. A few months, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, and what time period did you live in Henry B Apartments?
I lived there for about 2 years. 2021 through a little bit of 2023, I believe.
Now, did you ever have any concerns about the individuals that lived above you?
Yes, I've called 911 multiple times for noise complaints, as well as the reason why we're here today, the child that was continuously
I'm sorry,
crying.
excuse me, sir, could you speak a little slower and a little closer to the mic?
Yeah,
Thank you.
so now I can get. closer
I'll
to
break
the-
that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you ever call emergency personnel regarding concerns about the individuals in the apartment above you?
Yes,
Okay. Did you call them multiple times?
yes.
Just generally, what were some of the reasons that you called?
Noise complaints, and the child that was crying.
Okay. Now let's talk about the child. Did you ever meet a child that lived in 812?
In passing, yes.
Okay. And could you approximate an age of the child?
Based on my medical experience, no more than 7 years old, I would say between, I don't know, 5 to 7.
Okay. And was the child male or female?
Female.
Did she have dark or light hair?
Yes.
And did you ever speak to her?
No, she just pet my dog a couple of times, going up and down the stairs, and we would say hi, she'd say hi, that's about it.
Did you ever see more than one child?
I want to say yes, but I don't like completely recall.
Okay.
But I've never seen any other children other than a female. So if there was more than one child, another female possibly.
Okay. Did you know the name of the children? Or child? You said you lived in Henry B. 2021 through 2022. Is that correct?
To 2023, yes.
Okay. When did you start noticing a child crying, if you remember?
Around, I want to say around November 2021 timeframe.
And what, is there a particular time of day that you would hear the child?
Not a particular time, just I would say mostly during the day.
And what was your work schedule back then?
It depended on what I was doing that day because I was in the program. So we would either be at the university and that would usually be 8 to 5. And then I'll come back home in the afternoons or 7 to 7 at the hospital to do my rotations. But I wasn't always going to the hospital. It was some days, yes, some days no, just depending on the schedule.
Did you ever work overnights?
Some, yes.
What is it about, well, let me ask you this. Have you lived in apartments before?
Yes,
Have you heard children crying before?
yes, but not this way.
Okay, what was it about this crying that caused you concern?
Two things, the intensity, like the waiting and how severely the child was crying and the duration was very prolonged.
And while she was crying, did you ever hear her say any words with it?
Not words, just ow, ow, ow.
You could hear her say ow.
Yes,
How often would she say ow?
continuously.
And did it, are you able to differentiate a child that is crying because they're upset they lost a toy versus a child crying in pain?
Yes,
What was this cry like?
more definitely.
Were there other noises that you heard that maybe led you to believe that there was something going on causing the child pain?
Yes,
What other noises?
there was a male voice yelling. And then there was the voice of something making contact with the body. Something like a hand or a device or I don't know.
Okay. How often would you hear a male yelling?
Quite often. There was fights in that home most of the time.
Were you able to hear words when he would yell?
Sometimes, yes.
Did it sound like he was yelling at the child?
In that particular time when I called 911, yes, absolutely.
And you said you heard some kind of contact. Can you, was it a banging noise? Was it a screeching noise? What was the contact noise that you heard?
It's more like when a spank happens or like when something is slammed.
Okay, like a
Yeah.
noise?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear a female, an adult voice?
Yes.
What was the nature of the female's voice when you would hear it?
Yelling as well.
Okay. Was she, could you tell if it was directed at the child as well or someone else?
I did not.
Specifically, and we listened to your 911 call. You had reviewed your 911 call today, correct?
Can you, sorry.
You had reviewed the 911 call that you made
Correct.
prior to coming to court.
Correct.
When you made that call, was there a voice that seemed like attributable to the pain and the crying that you heard?
From the child?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that the male or the female voice?
The female voice was saying ow, and she was just continuously crying and wailing, and the male voice was yelling at her.
Do you recall if he was saying anything when he was yelling?
Yes,
What was he saying?
he was saying, "Do not cry, do not cry." I can't really tell if he was saying, "Do not do that," or and then definitely saying, "I'm talking to you."
Do you recall if you heard the adult female voice during this interaction?
I do not recall that.
Okay. How often would you hear the child crying accompanying by another individual, an adult yelling? How often would you hear that?
I don't recall how often, but I recall that the time that I called was the most severe time that I heard it.
Do you feel that it was the male or the female who was causing the banging noises?
The time that I called was definitely the male.
Okay. Um, and can you recall how many times you called 911?
For the noise complaints or for the incident in general?
Specifically regarding just any concerns with 812?
I want to say 3 times.
Okay. So, okay. And did you ever observe any injuries on the child?
No.
Um, I'll pass the witness.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Teresa Conley and I have no further questions.
Thank you.
All right, is this witness excused or subject for recall?
No, sir. No, you are not subject to recall.
Yeah, he's excused, so he can fly home.
All right, the rule has been invoked. What that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anything or view anything, and you are excused. Thank you. State, call your next witness.
The state calls Gabriella. Oh gosh. Iterbe?
All right, if you'll take a seat here, please. All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so that the members of the jury can hear and the court reporter can hear. If you'll state your name for the record, please.
Gabriela Iturbe.
All right, state.
Hi, good afternoon, Gabriella. Can you please spell your full name for the court reporter?
Gabriela. Last name Iturbe, Iturbe.
Can you please pronounce your last name?
Iturbe.
Okay. Okay. So, do you live here in San Antonio?
Yes.
And was there ever a time when you lived at the Henry B apartments on Vance Jackson?
Yes.
What apartment number did you live when you were there?
I don't remember the number.
Don't remember. Do you remember what building it was? What number building?
No.
No, that's okay. That's okay. When did you live there?
It was about 2020, 2021, around there.
Okay.
Ma'am, would you mind speaking up your arm, please?
All right, make sure you speak up.
And do you go by Gabby?
Yes.
Can I call you Gabby? Okay. Gabby, are you Did you have anyone living with you at the time?
Yes, my fiance and my daughter,
And how old was your daughter when you lived at Henry B?
a couple months.
A baby.
Yes, she's little.
When was she born?
In 2020,
I guess what month?
December.
Okay. So,
I'm
in-
sorry, Your Honor, I can't hear the witness.
All right, could you just try to speak louder, please? And it just speak directly into the microphone.
Okay.
Next question.
yes. So, December 2020.
Mhm.
Okay, so 2021, she was a little baby,
Yes.
right? Did you ever, while you were living at Henry B, start having concerns about the behaviors of a neighbor?
Yes.
Do you, did you ever see this neighbor?
Here and there, just kind of mainly in the stairwell area, parking lot.
And where was your apartment related to the neighbor you had concerns about?
If you were facing the building, our apartment was on the right side. We shared separate stairwells, so.
Okay. Did you share any walls?
Yes.
What was the layout of your apartment?
If you were to walk in, there's like a little hallway on the left side. It was the primary bedroom and a closet, and then it leads into a Jack and Jill restroom. And then the spare bedroom.
Okay, so it was a 2-bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a fireplace?
Yes.
Did you have a balcony?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see that neighbor in court today?
Yes.
Can you please identify that neighbor by an article of clothing?
Suit and tie.
I'll let the record reflect that she has identified the defendant, Jose Ruiz.
All right, is he the only person with a suit and tie?
Can you add another description, please?
Glasses and beard.
All right, is he the only person with glasses and beard?
Where is he?
On the
What
far
color?
right side. far
What
right.
color tie is he wearing?
Black.
Okay, let the record reflect that she has identified the defendant, Jose Ruiz. Okay, so generally, at first, what were your concerns about Mr. Ruiz?
Like both in general, all over.
In general, well, I guess, what was your first concern about Mr. Ruiz?
Mainly it was just the loud music at first. It was just random hours, like 12, 2 in the morning, and I mean, then it was like the parking.
And then it was the parking?
Mhm.
Okay. Was there ever anything that caused you so much concern that you wanted to call the police?
Yes.
What was that?
The screaming, the sounds of hitting, yelling, kids crying.
Okay. What kind of screaming did you hear?
Like just cussing, yelling at them, just yelling in general.
Did you hear a male voice yelling
I heard both.
and you heard a female yelling?
Correct.
Were these adult voices?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever hear children yelling?
Not so much yelling, but more crying or screaming.
Okay. And you had a baby at the
Mhm.
time, right? Can you tell the difference between crying because they need something or crying from pain?
Yes.
What was this crying?
It was harmful, like bleeding.
Bleeding?
Yes.
Did you ever hear, as the child was crying, did she ever say anything?
I did hear him refer to her as dad.
She would refer to the male voice as dad.
So I assumed he was the father, yes. It would be like, no, dad, stop, or just crying in general, saying stop, or just tears or screaming, no.
Okay. Did you ever learn the child's name?
Yes.
How did you know the child's name?
I heard the female voice scream Mercedes a lot, like she was blaming her for a lot of things. Saying things were her fault and like Mercedes stop or just really loud.
Was there another child with them?
Yes.
Did you know the other child's name?
No.
Did you ever hear another name cried out?
Mm.
It was always Mercedes. What? Oh, I'm sorry. You'll have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. It was always Mercedes.
Yes.
And you never heard any other children's name. And you didn't even know what the other child's name was.
No, I didn't.
So were you ever introduced to the children?
No.
You only know Mercedes' name because that's what you heard screamed through the walls.
Yes.
How often would you hear the crying?
At least once a week. I mean, it was a while ago, so I can't say specifically the days, but it was quite often. It was a little too much, you know.
Okay. Were there ever any other noises accompanying the crying?
Yes, like I said, the loud music a lot of the times, hitting, you could hear like slaps or punches.
Okay. And the slaps or punches, would it be a slap, small slap, or what makes you think that they were slaps or punches?
Well, punches are more muffled, you know, you kind of hear like that "ugh" in the end, and then a slap is a little bit louder, higher pitched. And I mean, it has to be loud for it to be going through the wall.
Right. And was it at the same time you heard the crying?
Pretty much most times, yeah.
Okay, so hearing the yelling and the crying and the noises put together, that's what led you to believe it was a punch.
Yes.
Did you ever document anything when you would hear these?
Yes.
Why would you document what you'd heard?
It just felt wrong. Like I had just had a gut feeling that something was wrong, and it just better feel safe than sorry kind of thing.
Okay. And did you call the police?
Yes.
And did an officer come out?
Yes.
Did anything happen with that?
Mm.
Did an officer ever talk to you before it was too late?
Yes.
Right. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, defense has questions about my exhibit. May I have a few seconds to
Sure.
explain them to her? And that's what the note she kept. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you what's been labeled the state's exhibit number 85. Are those the notes you kept for yourself?
Yes, I think this is a day that it was specifically bad because it was really a random time for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I was more awake because it was during the day.
Okay, and I don't want you to read directly from it, but if you need to refer to it to remember kind of the events of that night in particular. When did the crime start that night?
I mean, around 4:30.
And how long did the crying go on?
About 3 hours.
Okay. And were you trying to sleep during this?
I mean, I woke up because my daughter woke up. And then, having to really put her back down, just kind of around the apartment.
Okay. How long, you said this particular date, and do you recall what date this was?
November 30th,
Okay. Of what year?
2021.
Okay. How long did this episode last where you were documenting it? From when to when?
About November to January.
And on this particular night, how long were you taking notes?
I believe I started when my daughter woke up and then until I stopped hearing things. It was about 3 p.m.
Okay, so, and when did you start? What time did you start?
around 4.
Okay, so from 4 a.m. to 3 p.m., you were hearing concerning noises.
Yes.
Were these noises of a child crying?
Here and there.
Okay. Did you hear a male voice?
Yes.
Okay. Could you ever make out words?
Not always. It's a wall, it's fairly thin enough to hear what's happening, but not always full sentences, I guess.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness again?
Yes, you all can approach the witness without asking the court to approach the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Can you set it up? Okay, I'm showing you what has been previously admitted as State's Exhibit number 80. Do you recognize this floor plan?
Yes, ours is the same, just flipped the other way.
Yours is flipped the other way.
Mhm.
Let's see. Which wall? Well, you said you shared a wall
Yes, the whole line on this far right side.
on the right side. So the wall with the bedroom, the study, and the bathroom.
Correct.
Okay. Was there a particular part of that wall that you shared where you heard more screaming than the others?
Mostly in the bedroom.
In the bedroom? Was there a particular, so it's fair to say your floor plan was just flipped.
Correct.
So yours was bedroom, bedroom. And closet, closet, bathroom, bathroom, study, study, and
Mhm.
everything was just flipped, right?
Mhm.
So was your bedroom, was it your bedroom where you heard it?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a particular part of the bedroom?
I would say mainly along the line that we shared, and then I think maybe sometimes in the closet, just maybe it just muffles through or.
The closet?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you remember any words in particular that were screamed that stand out to you?
The little girl saying, "No, Daddy, stop." Am I allowed to talk about the mom as well?
Um, I'll stop you right there. When the mom, you heard the mom yelling though.
Yes.
Was it yelling directed at Mercedes?
Yes.
Okay. Was she referring to her other daughter in any way?
Not on most occasions, no one's mainly at her.
Okay. And did the noises that you heard, could you tell if they were coming from the male or the female at all?
Yeah, they're pretty distinctive.
Okay. And so, what do you feel was more frequent? Male?
I'll say the male.
And when the noises that sounded like a male banging would happen, was the crying different between the male or the female?
I believe that the crying was just more somber. With the female, it was more, like yelling words back versus just kind of quietly.
Okay, so did it sound like she was fighting back?
I think she would just kind of talk back to the female in
Mhm.
certain ways, but of course I couldn't make out exactly what she was saying to her.
Okay, so when the female was yelling and there were sounds like maybe banging, you're saying that Mercedes would talk back?
On some occasions, yes.
Okay, when the male, in your opinion, the male was making banging noises, did you ever hear Mercedes talk back?
No.
I'll pass the witness.
Defense?
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Teresa Conlon. You did call the police.
Yes.
They come?
Yes.
Did they interview you?
No.
Was any action taken to your knowledge?
No.
Did you hear them go upstairs?
I believe once they did.
Once they did?
Yes, they never went inside though. They just talked to them from the door.
How do you know they never went inside?
Because it was a quick conversation and then they closed the door. We can hear when the door opens.
A quick conversation?
Mhm. It seemed like it was very short. It wasn't like they came in.
Do you have any idea what the nature of the conversation was?
Not entirely, no.
And you're sure that police did not go into the apartment?
Yes,
Did they interview the child, do you know?
as far as I know, they did not.
Did you ever call the police any other time?
I believe I called 2 or 3 times, yes.
Did the police ever come other than this?
No,
So what did you do? You called 911 or you called directly to SAPD?
911.
You called 911. At least twice more,
Correct.
and nobody ever responded,
No, ma'am.
even by phone?
Nobody ever gave me an update on anything, no.
Did you ever see the police at any other time other than that one night?
I believe when we first started calling about like mainly noise complaints, they did show up once, but I think because it was just like a reoccurring thing, they stopped caring or.
The only time you ever called about a child crying was that one time, and they did come, but they only stayed outside to the best of your knowledge,
I believe I called twice about the child crying.
twice.
Yes.
And the second time they never showed up,
No,
and the first time they never interviewed the child, as far as you know. Thank you, Mrs. Sherman. I'm finished.
I
That's the
actually,
witness.
I do have a few more questions, Your Honor. Did you ever see the child?
on, I believe the last day she left the apartment complex, yes.
Do you recall approximately when that was?
I wanna say February
Of what year?
of 2022, because it was just the new year.
Okay. And what was she doing?
On that day, they were coming downstairs with the female. And I remember it was weird because it was a really hot day and they were wearing big coats. Like really big puffy, like parka style jackets with like fur or something on the hood.
Could you see Mercedes' arms?
No,
Could you see her head?
not really.
Okay. Did she have something on her head?
Just the hood.
Okay. And was it just Mercedes?
It was, and the other little girl as well.
Okay. Was the mom there?
Yes.
Did you speak to them?
No.
Was Jose there?
No.
And where did they go when they got down the stairs?
They got into a black SUV with somebody else driving. The mom got in the passenger side and the girls got in the back seat.
Okay. Did you notice anything about the way they were walking?
Somber, really sad, kind of kept their heads down, not really. I could tell the mom was rushing them, and I mean, personally, I always walk behind my daughter, and she was walking in front with them trailing behind.
Okay. So the daughter, Which daughter was trailing behind?
Both, they were both behind her.
Okay. And you said it looked like they were rushing?
The moms, yeah. It was kind of like, get in the car, let's go.
No further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You're saying it was February. Are you sure it was February?
I'd say around then, yeah.
You said it was a hot day,
It was a random hot day, because it had been like cold and hot and cold and hot. Yeah.
San Antonio. But you're thinking around the beginning of February or the end of February, or
I don't recall when,
but you recall they were wearing heavy coats on a
Yeah.
hot day.
yeah, I just remember it was a hot day and it was weird because they were wearing really big coats.
Were they carrying luggage or bags of clothes or anything, do you know? Did you speak to these people?
No.
Yes, the witness.
All right. The rule has, any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
The rule has been invoked. What that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state and the defense, and you're not allowed to view anything about this case. Do you understand? All right, you may step down. State, call your next witness.
The state calls Gabriel Granado.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, does someone want to move State's Exhibit number 85?
Yes, Judge, and can we approach very briefly?
Yes, but you want to remove State's Exhibit number 85?
I'm
Sorry.
sorry for Teresa.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up for members of the jury and the court reporter. State your name for the record.
Gabriel Granado.
State.
Yes. Good afternoon. Do you know Gabby Iturbe?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
That is my wife now.
Okay. And do you have any children with her?
I do. I won.
Were you living with her at the Henry V Apartments?
Yes, I was.
What time frame was that, if you recall?
We moved in. It was in March of 2020, and lease ended in March of 2021, beginning of March.
2021?
No, sorry, 2021, March of 2021 to 2022.
Okay, okay. Was there anyone else that lived with you other than your wife and your child?
No,
Do you recall the apartment number?
I believe it's 805. I believe so.
Okay. Do you recall having concerns about a neighbor?
Yes,
Do you recall what apartment number that was?
yes, 812.
Okay. Did you ever observe the neighbor in 812?
Very frequently, yes,
Okay. Do you see that neighbor?
I do.
Okay. Can you please identify him by the color, by an article and color?
Hispanic male, gray slacks with a navy jacket, black tie, white shirt, beard, glasses, and I believe a tattoo in the back of his neck.
Thank you. Let the record reflect he has identified the defendant, Jose Ruiz. Okay. What was the nature of your concerns about Mr. Ruiz?
At first, when we first noticed him moved into the apartment, he seemed okay, just a regular neighbor. There was no anything that was off about him, other than he drove a big truck, took up most of the parking spaces, and that was pretty much what I recall from the beginning.
Did you ever see any children at 812?
Towards the ending of the year of 2021, it was like towards October, November, and December, I noticed.
So end of 2021, you started seeing children.
Yes, correct.
How many children?
2.
Did you know the names of the children?
No, I did not. Not at that time.
Okay. Did you ever have any concern as to the children?
During like November, around that time in November, there was incidents where we had concerns, or I had concerns of the child crying and screaming and you know, being outside and not being watched outside.
Okay. Did you ever hear adults yelling?
Yes, very frequently.
Okay. And was there one area of the apartment where you would hear more noises?
It was mostly in our bedroom.
Okay.
In our bedroom, we heard most noises, and mostly to like the closet area as well.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I didn't make this clear. Did you share a wall with that neighbor?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And what was it about the closet? Or I guess you heard most of it from the closet. Am I understanding that correctly?
It's an offset building, so it's about maybe like 4 to 5 feet offset. So I don't know how to describe it, but other than that, like, you know, where his bedroom was kind of close to our closet.
Okay. Did you ever hear any, when you would hear yelling or crying, did you ever hear any words accompanying that?
Yes, most of the words were a gentleman, you know, yelling at a kid and cussing at a kid, and I don't know if I should say it, but like saying, you know, shut the fuck up, and you know, and so forth on that.
Okay. Did you ever hear any music come from that apartment?
Oh, very frequently, yes.
Okay. Was it ever in conjunction with the crying?
2 times there was.
Okay. And was it just the crying was at the same time as loud music, or was it clear that there was another connection there?
So it was crying and with music and the sound of something getting hit. You know, something getting punched.
Okay. Did the crying start before the music?
It was usually during the music.
Okay. Okay. And how loud would the music be?
Enough to where I had to move to the living room to technically sleep and so forth.
Okay.
I don't know what that would justify loudness.
Okay. And I know your wife called police. Did you ever call police?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see the children?
Twice. Once, twice both outside out of our, you know, in their parking area where we're parked.
Did you ever see the children with Mr. Luis?
Yes.
How did they appear around him?
They wouldn't really be directed towards him. It was just more towards the mom. So they wouldn't go to him as like the primary.
I'll pass the witness.
Defense?
No questions, sir. Thank you.
All right, the rule has been invoked. What that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state or the defense. And you're not allowed to view anything about the case. Do you understand? All right, thank you. You may step down. State, call your next witness.
State called Ralph Schuckert, and he is on Zoom.
All right. Mr. Schuckert, if you'll show your video, please. And you need to unmute yourself. State, you want to call your witness and let them know that we're ready for them?
Sorry, Judge, just one moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, normally witnesses must appear in court. However, Mr. Shockert could not be in court, so both parties have agreed that he be allowed to appear by Zoom. Defense, do you have any objections to Mr.
objections, Your Honor.
Shockert appearing by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And State, do you have any objections?
No, Judge.
And Mr. Ruiz, do you have any objections to Mr. Shockert appearing by Zoom? All right. Mr. Shockert, I need you to unmute, please. All right, could you say something for me, please?
Yeah. Good
All right.
afternoon.
All right, thank you. I need you to keep your voice at that level so that the court reporter can hear. Could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Ralph Shockert. Shockert, Schockert.
All right, state.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Shockert, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Can you tell me, have you ever been on a grand jury?
Yes, I have.
And when were you on a grand jury?
It's about 2 years ago, May, June.
Okay, so 2 years ago, so 2022?
That is correct.
Okay. Just briefly, can you explain to the jury what a grand jury does?
A grand jury hears from the, was there something said, the lady?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Yes,
Your Honor, I'd like an offer of proof on this witness
offer proof as to what?
as to why he's testifying.
I believe he's here to testify about the finding of manner and means unknown. I could be incorrect about that. Is that what he's here to testify to?
That is what he said.
Your Honor, I object to that. I don't think his testimony is relevant. He's only one person on the grand jury. Why not bring them all?
All right,
Somebody might dispute what he has to say.
all right, that objection will be overruled. State.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Shockert, I'm going to ask my question again. Can you just briefly explain to the jury what the purpose or what the duties of a grand jury was?
Yeah, the deputy district attorneys are presenting cases and circumstances they found out through different means, police.
Objection, Your Honor. Again, how is this witness qualified to say what the procedures are for the grand jury? He's a man who's there maybe one time.
All right, you want to lay the foundation?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Shockert, how long were you on a grand jury?
In a total of 8 weeks.
Okay, and how often do you come and perform your duties as a grand juror?
That was two times a week.
Okay, so for several months, you're here and twice a week, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do we want to address the objection now, or was that sufficient?
Well, is there another objection?
Your Honor, he was there for a total of 8 weeks, twice a week. How does that qualify him to be an expert on what happens in a grand jury?
All right, that objection will be overruled. Ask your next question, please.
Thank you, Judge. And Mr. Shockert, just to be clear, you're not there to establish guilt. You're only establishing probable cause. Is that what was explained to you?
Right. We were instructed that as a grand jury, we only have to come to a decision whether a crime is probable that a crime has been happened, and that the accused are probably being the perpetrators in these cases. So only probability.
Yes.
Objection again, hearsay.
All right, that'll be sustained. Could parties approach, please? State, ask your next question.
Excuse me, Judge. Mr. Shocker, do you remember a case being presented to you involving Jose Angel Ruiz?
Yes, I do.
And out of all the 8 weeks, why do you remember, or why is that case significant? Was it a big case to you?
I think it was presented on the second day of us being in a,
Objection, that was a leading question by the
All
prosecutor.
right, that objection will be sustained.
Why is the case memorable to you?
because of the death of a child.
Okay. And okay, Mr. Tucker, do you recall the evidence being presented to you?
Some of them, it's 2 years ago, and I obviously wasn't allowed even to take notes. But some of them I might remember.
Okay. And so do you recall that there was a charge involving serious bodily injury?
Yes,
Okay. At the time, did you know how that serious bodily injury was caused?
Objection, Your Honor.
What is your objection?
No foundation, which only one serious bodily injury in all the time that he was on the grand jury?
All right, that objection will be overruled. Ask your question.
Did you know at the time the case was presented to you, based on what was presented to you, did you know what caused that serious bodily injury?
no, I did not.
So were the manner and means of that injury unknown to you at the time?
On the severe injuries, yes. The only thing that was mentioned in detail was
I'm gonna stop you.
All right, everyone approach. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll have you just stand outside for a moment. We're almost ready for you, Mr. Shocker. Just give us a moment.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right. You and I are gonna be alternates.
Oh, what were you saying about your mom?
Oh, what a, they're looking at this thing. She was like, hey, I'm here. And I'm like, oh, okay, where's here? She was, I'm downstairs. So I took her up. We just opened the door. I'm looking at you guys in the room.
Yeah.
Right, where's the rest of the defense?
Bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and see.
She knows the names.
All right, after this witness, then you'll call your next witness.
Yeah, they're sorting that out right now, Judge.
All right, thank you. No idea. This is bullshit. Hmm? Saying now, nothing good has been said so far. Not one.
Or no,
good.
yes.
Okay, so clear.
We were doing. Right?
And that's the courtroom. I didn't even know I was gonna come. I had to go hide in the home. So then. Jewish were going to bedroom. Diana, did you make arrangement? Thanks.
That's our next witness is en route.
Oh, why were y'all acting like she was here? Our next witness is her and then she's on the house.
I was trying to apply that. And
Oh, we're still gonna take her up today. Yeah, we're still taking her up today. So what does en route mean? En route means they're still at their home?
no.
She's
We
a
have an officer.
CSI. She was on a special case. She's on her way to drop the evidence off because of the chain of custody, and then she's on her way here immediately.
Okay. So how long is it gonna take for her to get here?
She said it would take her 30 minutes to get there, and that should be like
30 minutes for Jordan to get here.
no for the CSI.
No, you all said you were calling Jordan next.
That
That's what you all said. So is she here or not? Yes or no?
She is not here, Judge.
All right, so you all need to get her here because you all said that was the person you were calling next. Did I hear incorrectly?
That was.
So bring her here.
Who we had next on the lineup, Your Honor.
All right, so she's either testifying today or she's not testifying because you all told the court that she was being called as your next witness. So I don't know about the CSI person that you're bringing, but you all said Jordan was your next witness. That's what you all said. So Jordan needs to be here. I don't think I heard incorrectly.
And Your Honor, I apologize. I did not, I meant that in the vein of to inform the court that that was our planned lineup and that it would take a long time. I didn't think we would have time to complete her.
Oh, no, we're going to have time to complete her.
If we are staying, we will make every attempt to put another witness on.
No, Jordan is coming here because you all said Jordan was your next witness. So she needs to be here. That's what you all informed the court. I said, who is going to be your next witness? You all said Jordan.
We have been in contact with Lupe to get her here. So we'll, we're on it.
All right, and Miss Efron?
I'll get in touch with her. I'm sure she's right on.
I know she's in the restroom, Your Honor. She went back that way.
Okay, all right, we'll wait for her to come.
you know.
What? No. Don't cancel. Don't cancel anybody. Yeah. Sean.
Mr. Shockhart will be right with you.
No worries, Judge.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your patience. Are they in the hallway? All right, let's just go ahead and bring them in. And we'll finish up this witness, then we'll take a next break if we need to take a short break.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, Mr. Shockhart, you're still under oath. State,
Test the witness.
defense.
How many people are on the grand jury, sir?
Well,
Well, why were you picked?
Objection relevant.
Sustained.
Relevance. Thank you. No further questions
All right, is this witness excused?
From the state, yes.
from the defense.
All right, Mr. Shockhart, the rule has been invoked. What that means is you cannot discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state or the defense, and you're not to view anything. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right. And ladies, I know you're getting and gentlemen, I know you're getting your exercise today, but for the next witness, we just need to set up things a little bit differently. So remember my instructions. I'm going to send you back to the jury room. And once we're ready, I'll bring you out. All right. All right. Please rise for the jurors.
We don't have to. Go ahead. I mean, that'll be out.
You can unmute us. Yes. All right, we're back on the record. State, with regards to your next witness, that is a minor, are you intending to call that witness?
Your Honor, we had been intending, however, we looked at the evidence so far and we did talk to family and, you know, we had plans in place and we've made the decision not to call.
All right, in defense, are you planning on calling this minor witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so that witness is not under the rule then, and that witness will not be called by either party in this phase of the trial. Is that correct?
That's correct. Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, is there any other witness that is here?
No, Your Honor, we had Detective Oliva was on her way. However, she messaged our advocate and said that her mother is sick and she can't make it. So we would ask to resume tomorrow morning.
All right, so we're going to resume tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Right. And then with regards to Oliva, is this the illness with her mother? Is this something where she won't be able to come in?
There's another officer we can get that information in through, so I don't even think it's going to be an issue. We can get it through Detective Landrum in the morning.
All right, so how many witnesses, where are we as far as completion of the state's case?
Let me give me a little bit of an estimate. So we have we've gotten the neighbors. 11. No, 11. That's what I counted.
All right, I'll let you all look at that. What I'm going to do is if there's no objections, I'm going to excuse the jurors from back there instead of bringing them out. Then we'll come back and see where we are as far as completion.